Good afternoon, everybody. We're just waiting for attendance to join. I can see the numbers going up, so we're going to give it a few minutes just to make sure everybody's in the meeting. Okay, I can see a few more of you are still joining, so we'll just wait a few seconds before we get started. Okay, good afternoon, everybody, and a very warm welcome to our session on how to get more involved at college, whether you're coming to Worthing or Haywards Heath. My name is Emma Prince, and I'm the Head of Learning for STEM, English, Sport, and IT and Computer Science. It's really lovely to welcome you all this afternoon, even if it is a virtual experience. The college group has recently been inspected, and we are very proud to share with everyone that the group has been graded outstanding in all areas. And I have some outstanding colleagues with me today to talk to you about the exciting opportunities waiting for you. Vanessa will talk about visual arts and Kim about performing arts. During the webinar, if you have any questions, please just type them into the Q&A area and we will get to them at the end. If you experience any technical difficulties at all, such as loss of sound, please use the chat facility and we will do our best to put it right. Next slide, please. Now let me tell you about how you can get more involved with life at college. On enrolment, all students automatically become a member of the Student Union, which entitles you to a range of discounts and benefits. But you can take that one step further and sign up to represent your course. This means you'll be the person representing your peers to make sure their voices are heard, and you can make a real difference. Once you take on the role of rep, you can apply to be a member of the SU executive, the leadership group of the students, and you can even stand for president. There are 3 conferences across the year where you can make student voice heard, and key staff will be on hand to answer any questions. As a member of the exec, if you choose that route, you'll also take part in organising various events such as the Senior Citizens Christmas Party and the annual sleep out to raise money for the homeless. You'll have the opportunity to join reps from the wider college group at various meetings and presentations, which is a great way to meet new people and share ideas. You can also apply to take part in the Licence to Observe programme. You'll spend a day at one of the other campuses taking part in some outstanding training and be awarded a certificate, which is really good for your CV. Then you'll have the opportunity to give feedback in a lesson observation and add some student voice to proceedings. Next slide, please. Throughout the year, you'll have access to our college community calendar, which gives details of all events that are coming up, as well as the key themes that we'll be focusing on, such as mental health awareness. These are just some of the ways that we put students at the heart of everything we do, but we can't do it without you. Next slide, please. If you are interested in taking an active or leadership role in the college community, you can visit the Getting Involved page of the community website for Worthing or Haywards Heath and register your interest there. Next slide, please. There are lots of other ways you can get involved too. If you're a keen mathematician, you can join the Maths Club and meet up on a weekly basis at lunchtime to explore some of the interesting elements of maths that are not covered in the syllabus. This is done through videos, discussion, competition preparation and practical activities such as what does a cube look like in 4 dimensions and Infinity Hotel, explaining the different types of infinity. These sessions are mostly teacher-led, but students have the opportunity to run their own sessions on topics of their choice. The competitions you can enter are Senior Maths Challenge, Senior Team Maths Challenge, National Cipher Challenge and Pi Day Challenge. And if you're a budding physicist, you can also get involved in the trip to CERN in Switzerland. Explore the exhibitions, find out more about the Large Hadron Collider and soak up knowledge in the lectures. You'll also visit the United Nations, take a cruise on Lake Geneva and spend time exploring Geneva's old town. And let's not forget there will be some fondue in the evening. Unfortunately, because of COVID-19 and travel restrictions, we weren't able to run the trip this year, but we still arranged an online lecture experience for students so they didn't miss out. And don't worry if all that sounds a little bit too daunting for you. If you're interested in something a bit more sporty, we have an annual ski trip run by Worthing College. You don't have to have been skiing before or be taking a sport or PE course to become involved. The trip goes to Flaschau in Austria and consists of 6 full days skiing with qualified and experienced ski instructors. There are a range of evening activities, including swimming, traditional bowling, and snow tubing, which is basically going down a ski slope on a rubber ring. We stay in a traditional Austrian hotel with a maximum of 3 students per ensuite room. The last trip was £835 per student, and this covered everything apart from lunches on the slopes, and compared to schools, that's a real bargain. Due to COVID-19, we are still exploring our possibilities for 2021, the next academic year, so watch this space. And we are also exploring the opportunity of being open to all colleges within the Chichester Group, including Haywards Heath. These are just some of the things you can get involved in, and if there are any clubs or societies you think should be running, you can always set something up yourself. Like this year's students set up a D&D club. And there are also things like the D of E group, which you can go onto the website and find more information there. Now I'm going to hand over to Vanessa, who's going to wow you with the visual arts. Vanessa.
Thank you very much, Emma. Yes, my name's Vanessa Reynolds and I'm the Arts Academy Coordinator for the Visual Arts and Media Department. If you're interested in taking one or more of the visual arts and media subjects at college, then you have chosen to open your career horizons to working in a very successful creative industry. Arts and media are extremely important to the UK economy. The creative industries earned the UK over £100 million last year, employing more than 2 million people in creative industries. Careers in the arts include ones like games design, music video director, car design, animator, fashion photographers and fashion designers. So visual arts and media subjects are not only a good choice for future careers, but also an opening to an exciting creative future. As well as choosing the arts or media as one of your subjects for college, we encourage you to be a creative and interesting person by getting involved in all sorts of opportunities linked to your subjects. This is what the Arts Academy was invented for the providing and promotion of these opportunities. The Arts Academy is for every student who takes one or more of the visual arts and media courses. It describes all the opportunities for arts and media students to get involved in, to try new things and to really make the most of your time spent at college. We will offer you trips in each subject, in this country and abroad. Some of the trips offered last year were to London, Chichester, Hastings and Eastbourne, to galleries, to film industry talks, cinema screenings, visits to arts universities, and the residential trip. This year we went to New York. The year before we went to Paris. So any suggestions for this year's? If you have any, just put them in the chat. We will have speakers come into the college to show us their work and to set projects and to talk about working in different sectors of the arts and media. We have worked in the local community on projects with schools, arts groups, and we will help our students get involved with arts projects in the community by promoting those events when they come up. We have practical art skills workshops like the life drawing one each year, where we draw from a live model, so very good for improving your drawing skills. We also advertise work experience opportunities. For example, primary school arts days, working in a museum, painting murals in public spaces, and working in graphic design companies. We encourage you to enter into arts-based competitions like the Royal Academy Summer Online Exhibition, where one of our students was chosen as a winner for one of her short films. We always have students' work celebrated with Sketchbook of the Week and student prizes in the end of year shows. We would be keen to hear about any ideas you have for trips or ideas for workshops you would like to attend with the Arts Academy. After all, it is your Arts Academy and you will help to make the decisions. In turn, we as teachers and the art technicians will be alert to finding what is available to make you a more creative, proactive arts and media student, making the most of your time with us. I'm now handing over to Kim from Performing Arts.
Thank you. Hi, I'm Kim and I'm the Performing Arts Subject Lead at Worthing College. The Performing Arts Department at Worthing College offers a full range of enrichment opportunities, and all of them are available to students across the college, whether you're studying our subjects or not. So I'll spend 3 or 4 minutes now looking at what's available to you throughout the year. We have been involved in festivals such as National Theatre Connections and National Theatre New Views for many years, and these are great opportunities for actors and scriptwriters. Each project links with the National Theatre in London, and you will work closely with others on the project, with National Theatre directors and playwrights during the process, and you'll also perform at Chichester Festival Theatre later in the year. One of our past students on the New Views project had his play shortlisted by National Theatre judges and was performed on stage at the Dorfman Theatre in London. It was a great experience for him and those of us in the audience. Dance Live is another opportunity to perform in the professional theatre space, and in recent years we've performed at the Hall Theatre and the Portsmouth Guildhall. This is a chance for dancers and actors to work together, creating material and rehearsing every week up to the live judged performance in January. If you want to be involved in the project but don't like dancing or acting, then we encourage keen costume designers, makeup artists and media students to get involved as well. We also have a community event called So Sing, which we open up to other schools and choirs, and it's primarily for ensemble singers who want to perform pop and rock songs. It's a lot of fun, and we rehearse most weeks from Christmas onwards in the lead up to the performance in March in our own Sealight Theatre. On top of all this, we also encourage all students across college to find out about other music and theatre opportunities like performing in the orchestra at the Christmas concert, being part of the pit band for our musicals, helping out on front of house and the production desk for our shows and concerts, and joining us on theatre trips in the autumn and spring term. Now, of course, in light of coronavirus, we are yet to find out how theatres will adapt in the near future. But it may well be that several of their events and projects this coming year will continue on a similar format to this, with online performances and workshops. In our department, we will do all we can to make sure that events will go ahead, and we're currently making plans to adapt the delivery of our enrichment activities, so we'll keep you updated with all of our news. A lot of our performing arts students really throw themselves into every enrichment project and love every minute of it. It's also a great way to meet new people and discover your hidden skills as an actor, singer, dancer or designer. We look forward to seeing you in September. Thank you, Emma.
Thank you, Kim, and thank you to Vanessa. So hopefully that's given you a taste of what's on offer in terms of extracurricular opportunities at Worthing and at Haywards Heath. Now we're going to look at the Q&A session to see if there's any questions we need to pick up with you. Okay, so we've got a question here. How long do clubs run after school? Kim or Vanessa, would you like to answer that one?
Yeah, I can go first. So generally for clubs such as, in terms of performing arts, National Theatre Connections, New Views, Dance Live, they all tend to be around an hour and a half to 2 hours a week. So it usually starts around 4 o'clock or 4:05 through till 5:45 or 6 o'clock.
Okay, thank you. Vanessa?
Yes, usually they tend to be over lunchtimes. We have had some clubs that started up after college. Students do generally tend to create clubs themselves as well, so there can be a bit of leeway, but generally lunchtimes.
Okay, thank you. And lots of the other clubs running at lunchtime as well. And if students want to set up their own, they will decide what time they want to get together in terms of whether that's at lunchtime or after college. When do academies get together? Is it after lessons or during the day?
Mostly for us, it's after lessons, it's after the college is finished. But So Sing, for example, for ensemble singers is during lunchtime, and that starts from around November-ish time, where we just have fun, and then from January onwards we prepare for a concert in March during lunchtimes.
Okay, thank you. Is that the same for the arts?
Yeah, the same.
Okay. There was another question earlier that popped up about what other opportunities were there for singers, Kim?
For singers, so you can also take part in the Christmas concert, and rehearsals for that also take part in lunchtimes, actually. There's a choir for the Christmas concert, and so rehearsals for that, again, we're unsure at the moment how this will go in terms of coronavirus, but normally rehearsals happen from about mid-November time.
Okay, I think you've probably answered somebody else's question about is there a choir that we can attend. You've just mentioned the choir, so yes, there definitely is.
Yeah, there's two. There's one for Christmas and then there's one for the March concert as well.
Okay, there's a question there. I'm not sure if I know the answer to this one. Does the school college, I suppose, have a CCF? I'm not sure what a CCF is. So we might have to come back to that question later. Can any student take part in musicals that you put on?
Students, the performances in terms of actors is actually performed by our creative and performing arts students, year 12 and 13, but there's also other opportunities in terms of front of house and production and costume design, makeup design, that you can get involved with to work alongside those students.
Okay, thank you. We've had a question, what sorts of clubs are available at Haywards Heath? More or less the same process will run at Haywards Heath. There may be some differences in terms of the staff that are available and their specialities, but you can expect to see the same kind of spread of clubs available at Haywards Heath as well. Do you do Gold Duke of Edinburgh every week? There are regular meetups, so if you go onto the website, there's more detail there in terms of how often they are, and it's being updated at the moment, so there will be more information coming. Signing up for clubs, that happens normally in the sort of induction phase at the beginning of term, so obviously that might be slightly different this September, but there will definitely be an opportunity for you to sign up, whether it's in person or online. There's a question about guidance meetings for students starting in September. Can somebody pick that up and type the answer in?
Can I talk in here as well?
Yes, of course. Yes, sorry.
There's a question at the bottom, I don't know whether anyone's answered it yet, about what sort of shows will be performed at Haywards Heath in performing arts. Well, I would imagine it would be similar because the courses are the same. So RSL Creative and Performing Arts and RSL Music Practitioner are both courses that are being run at Haywards Heath. So I would imagine the musicals will happen and various other concerts will take place in line with Worthing as well.
Okay, thank you. As a clarification, CCF stands for Combined Cadet Force, so there isn't anything currently running in either college on that one, but we can get back to you on that. just running through because I'm conscious that we're running out of time. So if we don't have time to answer all your questions now, don't worry, we will pick them up and there will be an opportunity to feed back to you on the answers that we haven't been able to come to today. So I think we're coming towards the end. Difference between student execs and student reps, I can quickly answer that. A rep, you are just representing your course. But if you are on the student exec body, you take a more leadership role and you get more involved in organising some of the events that we have. And it's only as a student exec that you're able to train to be an observer. So that's the difference. It's more of a leadership role and more organisational than the reps. Hopefully that answers your question for you. And I think there was one question about the cost of the trip to the Hadron Collider. I think the trip last year was about 380. So depending on costs of flights, it's usually around that price. So I think we're running out of time now. So just wanted to say thank you to all of you for attending and for asking loads of questions. Sorry we couldn't get to them all this afternoon. Check out the websites tomorrow. There'll be some FAQs updated and the recording of the session as well in case you missed anything. So thank you very much.
Thank you.